to the elect, scattered abroad the four corners of the earth. Just make sure audio is good real quick. All right, shalom to the elect. Make sure audio is good. All right, yeah, we in there. All right, shalom, first and foremost. Before I begin this lesson, we give all praises, honor, and infinite glory. All right, to the Ancient of Days. All right, the God of Israel. All right, the power of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahushai, Baal Shem Kodash. The water, Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahushai, for giving us the spirit of truth in these last days. People turned out for what organized. Also, love to give double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. It taught us the truth and who do it well. Peace, love, and salutations to the Zaquani wa Achim, the elders and the brothers standing stiffly for the names of Yahweh, while Yahweh shine truth and in sincerity. All right, and I just want to do a quick lesson. You know, I was just watching a few videos. I actually was watching Elder Yashua lesson last night, going into like a quick updates, and I tapped into a little bit of the news. You know, in the news at the job. You know, through the spirit, just meditating, watching a little bit of Elder Malcolm lessons. I get home, I'm watching this lesson from the brother, or like a combination of protests. You know, just in the news, man. You know, because we were commanded through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai to watch, okay, and as well as pray that ye enter ye not into temptation. So, and that's what keep you in this thing, man. Watching, you know what I'm saying? When you stop watching, you start getting discouraged because you're not watching. All right, so we're commanded to watch, and everything is really ultimately, all right, and ultimately concerning the scriptures, according to the scriptures, is working in the favor of the elect. Okay, so as you can see, the brother, the elder, Mike Alla from Cali. See, he got a video, like a little short, series of TikTok videos titled "Edom Losing His World." Golden City Ceased. All right, which is Babylon the Great. That's in Jeremiah 51. All right, and I was meditating before I actually loaded up. Here it is. You got the so-called white woman. All right. The Shedemite, the red Hebrew Shedemite, she's waking up to the fact that her man, her father, her brother, her uncle, her son, they're all demons, man. All right, who she worked for, who allowed her to open up her business, they all traitors, they're liars, deceptors, deceivers. All right, okay, and they, people are catching up, bro. Your own woman catching on to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So people waking up to this guy, and it's only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get more perplexed. It's only gonna get to the point where people ain't gonna just be out there protesting, man. According to the Bible, which they're gonna grab the scriptures. All right, in these last days is gonna unfold a lot of bloodshed pursuant to the Bible, a lot of judgment, and the Lord is going to allow these things to happen because this is a day that the scriptures speak about. A time in Daniel the 12th chapter that has never been seen before and not shall be seen again. All right, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and play this clip. I'm gonna pause it, from time to time, interject, scriptures. All right, and Lord willing, this is, edifying to the sincere Akim Wak Waf. Okay, because what does this mean for the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Indian man overall, starting off with the elect of the nation of Israel, is that no more captivity and that we're getting ready to go home. The Lord Yahweh Shai is getting ready to deliver us. All right? Okay? And so we don't got to be afraid of the impending judgment that is set for Israel, even though we're going to be in the midst as we was going into class last night, even though Israel will be, the elect of Israel will be in the midst of all this judgment. All right, hey, the scriptures is commanding us that we ain't got shit to fear. Why? Because 2 Ezra 2, all right, in around the 27th verse, it says, "Be not weary, for when the day of heaviness and trouble cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt have merry and be abundant." Or thou shalt be merry and have abundance, man. All right? The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall not be able to do anything against thee, said the Lord. So the Lord said that. That's what the Lord Yahweh said that. All right? So again, all we got to do is sit back and watch the words of the Heavenly Father, those only begotten Son, come to fulfillment for our benefit. Okay?
Across the country and around the world today, tens of thousands of people turned out for what organizers say has been the biggest single day of protest against President Trump and his second-term policies and actions. In this country, more than 1,000 rallies were planned in small towns and major cities from coast to coast. Ali Rogan begins our coverage.
In Washington, crowds descended on the National Mall, calling for lawmakers to rein in President Trump. He's right now destroying our economy. He's taken away all of our allies. We're a pariah in the world. And Congress sits back and does nothing. The mass protest, dubbed the Hands-Off National Day of Action, was organized by advocacy groups that oppose the president's policies during his first term. Protesters railed against Mr. Trump's recent moves to lay off scores of federal workers, revoke protections for immigrants, and implement sweeping tariffs. But for Democratic leaders, the president's threat to democracy took center stage.
Trump got elected. All our savings are gone. I had it in stocks. It's hopeless. There's no hope for this country. I want to move to China.
Demonstrators across the country are coming out in full force in protest of President Trump's administration and Elon Musk. I'm here in Washington, D.C., where we've chatted with several today about what brought them out. And it wasn't just Democrats.
I stand with many millions of Americans who want to see the end of a dictatorship that's starting to take away all our democratic rights.
People are scared to speak out. I know people who are scared to go. What might happen to them.
Because I vote for Trump, it's not what I vote for. He's doing all these wrong things.
We spoke with
Hold on. Go back.
They don't know what might happen to them.
Because I vote for Trump,
Again, later on I got a few more clips, but majority of these people, here it is, you voted for this guy to be in there. You know what I'm saying? So again, you have no idea. All you people that's still voting anyways, man, you have no idea what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So just goes to show that the Lord Yahweh Shai ultimately is not dealing with you on no spiritual level for you to still believe and trust, all right, in your oppressor. Okay? And so, the Wadi Yahweh Shai for pulling us out of that mind frame. Hey, shalom to the beloved elder in Hawaii. Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakagadas Bakatham. All right, Brakatham. All right, to you and your household in the camp. So it goes to show that the Lord pulled us out of gross darkness, pursuing Isaiah 60, okay, and equipped us with the spirituality of what's going on, locked us into the true light, okay, so we could see through this valley of the shadow of death. Gross darkness covered the people, man. So you have no idea, okay, that the government is not for you. What's taking place is not for you. They're actually done with America, which they said that in that movie, Leave the World Behind, okay? All right, they didn't understand what was on that note. Okay, but you had the Edomite, Jit. He pretty much he interpreted. He say, oh, it says death. Well, in that on the movie it said that quote death to America. All right, in their language. Okay, he said, how do he know? Because he just played the game the other day and it had that same quote or whatever. So it's they're putting that predictive programming subliminal message right in front of you that they done with this place, man. So you see the title, Edom losing his world. So what you think he gonna do? Golden City Seats. What you think they're gonna do, man?
What I vote for, he's doing all these wrong things.
We spoke with protesters about who they think the leader of the resistance is now, and while they're
Yeah. This is the part I wanted to, for Jake too. I'm saying, because when I seen this, I was like, man, bro, with the Wadi Halbashim shy, like the time that we alive is beautiful times, and to be awake in the spirit, all right, and enlightened with this truth is beautiful, man. All right, let's see what Jake just said, man. It's old school Jake.
He's doing all these wrong things.
We spoke with protesters about who they think the leader of the resistance is now, and while they're
Yep, and that's the majority of our people. You so-called Negroes, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, you so-called Haitians, all right? Okay, you so-called Mexicans, man. You voted for your own downfall. Okay? You see, so, hey, man, woe unto you that go down to Egypt.
I won't do that again.
Did you know that yesterday's hands-off protests were peaceful, not because black people didn't show up, but because white people did? Hello, I'm Earl from CBU, Crackers Being Useful, and I want to get into this. I've been seeing some stuff about how peaceful the protests were yesterday, and people are correlating that with the fact that most black people stayed at home. If anything, this proves how aggressive the police are with black protesters. That has nothing to do with the protesters that didn't show up. It has everything to do with the protesters that did show up. It was peaceful.
Yeah,
because
which is who? A majority of you people who voted for this man. All right? Which is all, you know, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shai is ultimately revealing that majority of our people, as the priest Mara Cobb said last night in class, we live in a society that has a F the Most High and his only begotten son spirit on him. Okay? So what do you think they're going to do, man? All right? Not only speak against him, but their actions is going to show. Okay? Lining up in these lines and having your alliance with this man. You see? You agree with this man, but he don't agree with you. He's taking order. He's a puppet himself, man. All right? The people who are in control, who the earth was given into the hand of, the wicked elites, they're done with this place, man. Job is done.
people are treated differently by the police than black people. And another thing I want to add right here at the end is I'm seeing a lot of stuff from white folks talking about how we got to do something because they were raised white trash, they were raised poor, so on and so forth. I want you to stop for a second. If you've been telling yourself this, if you've been telling yourself that you know the black experience because you are white trash or raised poor, I need you to stop equating poverty with black people.
Yeah, see that? And that's another point. This is Deuteronomy 28:37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord Yahweh shall lead thee. So these Edomites behind closed doors, whether they're your teachers, your professors, your doctors, man in man in suit and ties, right? Okay, you getting your eyes done, you getting you getting a checkup on, your dentist, right? Whoever, your supervisor, plant manager, all these Edomites, right? But they look, man, they equate you to poverty. Okay, they don't see you nowhere near them as far as when it comes down to being a successful so-called black man chiefly. Okay, they will always have a thought process, a mind frame geared towards you are what they say, a 3/5 of a human, whatever. But you are beneath them, man. That goes for all these devils. They will always feel like that, whether they got a suit and tie or a badge, okay, or Joe, your next door neighbor. Why? Because Deuteronomy 28:37. This is a curse. This is from the Heavenly Father through His only begotten Son. This is a curse. All right, that's fitting us like clothes, man. Okay, but see, we're getting. See, let me get that scripture after this. Deuteronomy 28:37. Thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations whither the Lord Yahweh shall lead thee. But as we can see from this guy called himself, let me go back real quick.
To do with the protest.
You say, what do you say?
Crackers being useful. Were peaceful, not because black people didn't show up, but because white people did. Hello, I'm Earl from CBU. Crackers being useful.
Right, so he called himself crackers being useful, right? See, it's coming out that you Edomites is done, bro. You saying that he don't give a damn about you either. He don't give a damn about his own woman, bro. Okay? This dude here, man. That's why we gonna need it. Hey, the scriptures say, man, in Revelation 12:12, that great wrath that's coming down, bro. He don't give a damn about if you ain't in that circle. Shit. You ain't in them bunkers with him. He don't give a damn what's the outcome. All right, Deuteronomy 30:7. All right, because now these curses is on them. Like you said, stop equating so-called black people to poverty. Okay, Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and upon them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So now they feeling the squeeze. They feeling the steam. They feeling the burn. They feeling those thoughts, how we feel like how I'm gonna make it. Esau Edom is in the projects. Esau Edom is in the hood. Esau Edom is wondering why he going check for check. All right. Esau Edom being put on child support, Section 8, man. See what I'm saying? All right. They feeling it, man.
And I want to get into this. I've been seeing some stuff about how peaceful the protests were yesterday, and people are correlating that with the fact that most black people stayed at home. If anything, this proves how aggressive the police are with black protesters. It has nothing to do with the protesters that didn't show up. It has everything to do with the protesters that did show up. It was peaceful because white people are treated differently by the police than black people. And another thing I want to add right here at the end is I'm seeing a lot of stuff from white folks talking about how we got to do something because they were raised white trash, they were raised poor.
See that? That's them curses. We got to do something. We were raised white trash. That's why they out there. All right? So, because that's pretty much it. That's why I brought out Deuteronomy 30:7. Let me see if you can watch this. It was I think it was another part in this one here. No, okay, let me move on.
I want you to stop for a second.
For the sake of time, I don't want to make this too long. Jay don't got that attention span. All right, so now meanwhile, okay, let's listen to this. This ain't too long. Let's see what's going on with Eve. It's from Arrows of Indignation 144. All right, yesterday. All right.
If you haven't already, go back and watch my last video where I talk about how men don't really like us anymore. And originally, when I was saying us, I'm really directing it towards black women. And I feel like...
So Eve is... And again, I was speaking to the priest Kanakalan, the elder priest Kanakalan the camp. We not ignorant, man. We ain't stupid, younger brothers who y'all but some shy is keeping safe and guarding you, protecting you from these demons, man. We ain't stupid, bro. The Lord has given us the elders and apostles, great millstone, men who got experience. The scripture say, when words don't teach, adversity will. So brothers, get out of certain situations. We learn from you, don't do it no more, right? But the point is, you women are getting older. Don't you realize that you're getting older? Okay. All right. You 35, you 38, you 42. You pushing, you trying to make, I'm pushing 50, but I still look good, sound good, and you single. Nah, bro. You going home by yourself. You sleep in a house by yourself, right? Come on, bro. We ain't stupid, bro. I came across this short. This young northern chick. She say, I'm coming to find out that all the good men, they are the youngest fuck or they got children. and that's how they feel. The good men are either young as hell, as she said, young as fuck, or have children, as in her words, right? So hey man, the Lord is protecting us, man. I said all that to say we're getting ready to see who is the prize. And a lot of you women of the tribes, you're aging and you becoming miserable, man. You see? And it's all gonna show on that day. See, a slap, the right hand of reality is getting ready to slap you women in the face. You're gonna wake up out of this Disney world, fantasy world, dream state that you have, that you just think life is just, oh my goodness. The Lord he gonna show you a great humbling is coming.
Men, if you haven't already, go back and watch my last video where I talk about how men don't really like us anymore. And originally, when I was saying us, I'm really directing it towards black women.
Right. And real quick, before I continue, Elder Apostle Tahar just said this on one of his last lessons going into this topic. It ain't you that it ain't, it's your attitude, man. It's your attitude. It's your lack of respect. Majority, I should say 95% of you so-called black women, Judite women, your attitude is disgusting, bro. Your attitude is off, bro. So we look right past you. And brothers done, but you got men in the world who they don't get it, but they tired of your attitude, man. They don't know it's all spiritual, but they tired of your attitude. One thing they do know is they're tired of your goddamn attitude, dog. All right, it don't take this too much of being spiritual to realize that you got demons on you. See what I'm saying? So, man, tired of that shit, man. Okay?
And I feel like black men do not have a strong desire anymore to be with black women.
No,
I
sir.
don't know why. It may be a multiple of things. It may not just be one reason why. But there has definitely been a shift. And we see it now all over social media. If you look at your top athletes, top black celebrities, look at their wives, look at their children. Look at all of Nick Cannon's baby mamas, Cam Newton's baby mamas. I can keep going. There's not a desire for one, black men to commit to black women. And there's not a desire for black men to make black women the mother of their children, even though they came from black women, they were raised by black women, they grow up, they become successful, and they don't pick us. And now we see it translating down into the middle class world, right? I'm not a celebrity. The people I date are not celebrities. We don't have that kind of money. But now...
Yeah, Jake, I know me, and I can speak for another brother, all right, hey, man, Jake, the black woman, hey, how you doing? Even at the job, hey, what's going on? You all right? Hi. And keep walking. All right? Nah, hell nah. I'm already knowing you you got a whole list, all right? The whole alphabet of all type of guys. Then I know your childhood was all jacked up. Majority of you women lie. You liars. You great liars, man. You gonna lie about, I could count on one hand how many lies. So hey, how you doing? You all right? Take care of yourself. Be safe out there, man. And I gotta go on a job, at the store, wherever. Okay? Because ultimately, bro, we got a crown on the line, man. And you trying to take me off course. No matter how good she looks, Scripture say, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, bro. You know what I'm saying? And especially if she something that's Satan, bro. All right. So again, bro, man, you ain't got no woman, bro. Hey, stay locked in the scriptures, man. Because look at what they're going through and getting ready to go through. Elder Passar did a beautiful lesson just recently on women ain't telling you that they homeless, man. Shorty upstairs leaving, she ain't got no car. She got to get a different Uber every day. You ain't got no car, so what I mean? I got to pick you up and hell nah, sleep. Then your attitude, you crazy as hell. You already ain't got nothing. Now I got to deal with your attitude. But, I just, nah, bro, we ain't on that, bro. Look, man, we in a different time frame, man. Shit about to hit the fan. Everybody getting ready to be on the same playing field, man. The right hand of reality is getting ready to smack you women in the face. And you know what's going to come to your mind? You know the light bulb that's going to go off? I need a man. Bing! I need a man. All right, so this is Isaiah 13, verse 12. Stop. Verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil. All right? See? And that's what's coming. A lot of punishment, bro. Judgment. So the things we get, that's why it's a lot of women on the earth, too. A lot of you women is wicked, man. You think the Most High Yahweh Shai do not see how you effing over a lot of these men? Good men. I ain't going to say good man. I'm going to say a man who upright, standards. But because you've been crossed over so many times, and you done played the field, and so hey man, hey, Scripture says she shall be trodden down as the mire in the streets, she that is my enemy. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. Yeah, you devils, because that's your real lover. So now here it is. You done ran an I-95. As that's what they calling this girl, Sexy Red. All right, they say her new name need to be I-95, because you don't let everybody just ride, So now I gotta give up all my. You crazy as hell, man. See. Because Esau don't want you. Now I gotta accept you. Please, baby, please. You ain't got no walls. Come on, man. Stop playing. And the wicked for their and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. That's what the Lord getting ready to do. All the arrogancy of all you proud women is getting ready to cease. Let me get the etymologist of that word cease real quick. Because now you see? And that's what these tariffs. I was watching a video from one of the elders, I believe it was Elder Malcolm. All right. Yeah. It was Elder Malcolm going into, little short clips as well, too. He goes into it. All right. You got these women that, man, they losing their business, man. All right. Getting certain stones, certain incense from out of the country. Hey, man, to get it imported, it's a 50% increase. All right. You got people selling, their items, but then as soon as Trump put these tariffs on these countries, they try to. You can't even get your money back or whatever, or make money off of it because you already sold it. So now you got to get it imported in. You losing, bro. You got to get it imported in on a higher cost at a higher price. But here it is. You just sold your last bit. Man, come on, bro. So this place is done, bro. And again, you got the Edomite woman realizing that the so-called white man Esau Edom is the devil. Okay. So I'm saying all this because it's getting ready to be sought out real soon and cost everybody's mind that those men on the corners was right. Okay. Let me get this word real quick. Salaki, I'm saying, just flowing in the spirit. What's coming to the spirit, bringing it out, man. What was that? Cease. Yep, come. All right. So this is the etymology of the word cease. Because the Lord said he will make the arrogancy of the proud to cease. It says act or speaking come to an end. Woo! So the actions of you women, the acting, it says acting. So all this acting, because that's all you women do, really. You act like you like somebody. You act like you love them, man. You so quick to 3 weeks in, 4 weeks in, a month, oh, I love you. And niggas go head over heels for you, man. Bug out. Lose their crown. Forfeit the crown. Drop the plow. Check out. Retire from serving the Lord. Okay? Now you got another body. Now you got another soul. You soul catchers, man. Okay? So the Lord said the acting, and it says, or speaking, because what? You speak too much. A lot of you women speak too much, bro. You talk too much about shit that you don't know what's going on. You don't know what that brother going on, what's going on with that brother. You don't know the demons this man of the Lord of Yahweh Shai is fighting on a daily, man. So he can push out this work and feed the flock. So he can hope and pray into and that he's a hopeful elect member. So he can keep the roof over your head simultaneously. Meanwhile, he paying child support towards the mother of his children while he dealing with you. Come on, bro. So brother's got a lot of shit going on, and you talking too damn much, man. See? So the Lord said, acting or speaking come to an end. So it's going to come to an end. You see? Why? Because shit is getting ready to go digital, and you don't even see that. In order for the Agenda 2030 to be established in these devil's eyes, the dollar has to be eradicated, man. And this is all done purposely and intentionally. All through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shai Shai on the right-hand side. Daniel, the 4th chapter. The Most High ruleth in the kingdom of man. It's the Most High who's putting Proverbs 21:1. The preparations of the heart and the answer of the tongue and the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. To fulfill his will. Everybody doing the will of the Lord. There's no free will. This is all the Lord's will being done, man. Clicking on the video, believing in Yahweh Shai, disagreeing with prophecy, accepting this to be the truth. Like, bro, it's all Yahweh Shai at the end of the day. All right, so that's it. Okay. Yep. Act or speaking to come to an end. Isaiah 13, verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, come to an end. It will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. All right. So the Lord getting ready to bring down Esau and Eve. Verse 12, and in that time, right, I will make a man more precious than fine gold. And that's not just any man, because a lot of men getting ready to die, getting sent off here into this Third World War. All right, you're nothing but a meat suit, man. All right, and prophecy to be a part of a great feast for the fowls of the heavens, man. Fowls of the air, Salakia, fowls of the air. Okay. It is just going to be a whole bunch of bodies out there for the fowls to eat. The Lord promised them a feast. And that's going to be your Darshans, your Tyrone, your Tay-Tay, J-Bone, right? Lil Tech, and so forth and so on. All of them got to go. The Lord ain't playing. All right? It says, and I will make a man, that's the man of the Lord, more precious than fine gold. See, so anything that you can call substance or valuable, whatever the most valuable thing is, well, the man of the Lord has the most valuable thing inside of him, which is the fear of the Lord. That's his treasure. All right, and that glow, the Lord gonna get that brother that glow. However the Lord gonna do it, the Lord Yahweh Shai is gonna shine upon his men. In Jacob's trouble, he gonna show, because it's gonna be all this. Our faith is gonna be unleashed on its highest level, man. Our belief is finna unlock everything in these last days, man. Access to all type of things happening. That's what our faith is getting ready to unleash. Our belief is getting ready to unlock access to a lot of things, man. All right, and people gonna envy because we believe in Yahweh Shai. All right. It says, even a man than a golden wedge of Ophir. So a man of the Lord going to be precious in that day. All right. Most valuable, most precious. All right. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that. All right.
Translated to a level where I can relate to, where your working class black man, white collar or blue collar, they're not choosing us anymore either. That's just a fact. Like, that's just a fact. And you could go back on my last post and you can read the comments. It is true. It is true. And it's actually heartbreaking as a black woman to hear men say those things and to see that, like, they just don't want us. That breaks my heart a little bit. It does. It does.
Well, you was raised quite different. All right? You got to take that up with your moms and your grandma. All right? Okay? Because they ate of that understanding from the so-called white man Esau Edom. But it was all prophecy, man. For us to depend on the Lord. That's the point. It was all prophecy for us to cleave unto Yahweh Shem Shai, to get our head out of the so-called black woman ass. All right? All right, and cleave unto Yahweh Shem Shai. And that's what, I got this little acronym, I be saying, a lot, it's really to myself, numb, N-U-M-B, numb. The Lord is making us numb, which is what? Not under masculine bitches. That's it, man. Brothers is not under masculine bitches, man. Straight up. You see? And you can't deal with that. You can't trap the man of the Lord up, man. See, we cleaving unto Yahweh.
And it's more than just China. If Trump were to reimpose or expand tariffs on China, which he has proposed to doing, which he did, there would likely be several immediate effects with impacts across consumers, businesses, spread across consumers, businesses, all right, and global markets. Higher prices for customers. See that?
Yep.
The consuming class, the working class, are the ones who buy things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I just seen an article you had. What's that? Apple pretty much like I forgot how many goddamn planes they had. Pretty much ship over thousands of goddamn iPhones, man. And then I was watching the elder from Charlotte. He did a live sit down a few days ago with one of the elders out there as well in the camp. Pretty much going into this trade wars, it's all uproars, all that, man, right? And the brother had brought out an article on, if this was to keep going, the price of the next iPhone or whatever would be like $3,500. You see? And as the brother said when he said it, he said, and look, not to to remind you, niggas don't got money. Niggas don't got bread. Like, bro, Jake is really not like that, bro. Jake got the Hellcat for a minute. He loses his job, the Hellcat gone too, bro. All right? Jake out here trying to, look, this is not your rest. Okay? Okay, you gotta, and really Jake doing all this for women. Because Jake don't need none of that, bro. Jake got a good job, and we don't need none of that, bro. So Lord, just give us our daily bread, and we're able to eat and feed. All right? So Jake don't got money like that, bro. So again, this is going to affect you Jakes out there who want the next iPhone 17, 18, 19. No, bro. The Lord got something for you. Okay? The Lord finna put it to an end. Okay?
But what are you going to see? Higher prices. Okay? This disruption in supply chains. Retaliatory measures by China. And China is talking about now putting tariffs on America. So it's just a back and forth, which in the grand scheme of things, the people who are labeled the working class are being wiped out.
Yep. So I'm gonna just play the clip in the beginning because I had looked it up. It's the clip here that he opened up with. You see the date? It's just a few days ago, man, in New York. All right. Yep, and this is what the elites want. Ultimately, this is what Yahweh Shai want, man. Pursuant to the top prophet, Mashiach Yahweh Shai, the only begotten of the Heavenly Father, in St. Matthew, the 24th chapter. All right? Sedition, division, okay? Before he returns, okay? Let's just say, what will I if it already be kindled? So we like, let's go. I'm really rocking with Trump, bro. We really rocking with Trump over here. Like, we pro-Trump. He doing exactly what he's supposed to do, bro. Fulfill prophecy. Get this place out of here. Okay? You see? And again, like the other clip we played, you don't see too many Jakes out there. Okay? And if you do, he probably 76. And you know, you ain't gonna see no 18, 19 pants off his, you know, pants below his waist. Don't step on my J's. Dreadhead demon out there. No, you ain't gonna see no Jake like that, bro. In the cut, smoking Zaza somewhere. Right before he hold up the sign. Spray on his cologne and we gotta get Trump. No, you ain't finna see him out there, bro. Cause you see one nigga, you see a lot of YNs. It's cliques of YN, and you ain't gonna see that. But what do you see? All you got, I'm pretty sure you got Jakes out. Edomites out there who are served in some type of service. Okay, and y'all running out of juice. Okay, because you on your way out of there. You about 83, and you done. Okay. Yep, short rule. As a matter of fact, I got to get this from the Elder Malcolm, man, because he had, because it just came to mind. It just came to mind. Just came to mind through the spirit. Or it might be Maccabee. Yeah, it might be Mac. Oh. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna look it up real quick. I'm gonna look it up. But let me just keep moving forward. That's pretty much on that. Oh yeah, get this from the Elder Ishia from Charlotte. All right. You see what the title is? Americans are preparing for when all hell breaks loose. All right.
Fair use, fair use.
That's another thing too, man. I was meditating on. Jake, this ain't even your fight. See what I'm saying? But, hey, this is what the Lord Yahweh Shai has lined up, man. So let me go ahead and get a quick scripture. All right. Because meanwhile, that's why we out there telling you people, and this all a part of the script. That's why we telling you people these things before it come to pass, man. All right, and this is so beautiful. All right, to witness these things, man. All right, this is Second Ezra's. All right, because we not gonna be nowhere near you. All right. The Lord Yahweh Shai is getting ready to do something very special with his elect men in these last days, man. All right, let's remember a greater deliverance. All right, this scriptures speak about. You know, the scriptures speak about many saviors coming out of Zion, man, to judge the mount of Esau. All right, all right. This is Second Ezra's 15. I'm gonna get right to the point on this. Second Ezra's 15 and verse 15. It says, it's like verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. Right, and what's the title of this video here? Western Forces versus U.S. Army shootout scene, Civil War 2024, which being a beloved priest, Kanakala, I went to go see as well too, and it came out. Beautiful movie. All right, which was predictive programming again. All right, so that they're pretty much getting the blood off their hands in their way without telling you, okay, or telling you their agenda and their plans without telling you. All right, from Disney Channel, okay, Cartoon Network, all right, to whatever your favorite movie is, man. Okay, there's always subliminal messages, okay, thrown out there. All right, because the devil will never tell you the truth. All right, he's going to mix it in with salt, man. Okay. All right, to throw it off, to throw the whole taste off. You see, it's like putting a lemon or a lime in a smoothie, man. You see, that's Esau eating. That's what he's doing, bro. Fucking everything up. But continuing on, it says, verse 15, for the sword, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, and that modern day sword is ultimately, you know, the M16, the mini Drake that Jake loved to talk about, the 7.62s. Jake can't get enough about rapping about 7.62s, right? Or you're gonna have to stand on those words. You see, Jake be out there, you know, blickied up with the ski mask on. Hey, you gonna have to stand out there like that, bro. You can't go to mama crib when in Jacob's trouble, bro. All right, cause she gonna be either through or looking at you like, what we gonna do? And you on your last game green. It's your last black and mild. Okay. Hit. All right. I'll just end it on this, man. You seen it there. All right. So the elders and the apostles are great. It's gonna become evident real soon. All right, because they off this guy. All right, who you know, came up with this concept, off Tim and his family. Right, but 12 years ago, here it is. What? The free RFID, CHIP, right there, bro. Okay. And this is happening real time. So again, this was another predictive programming concept that this man had, but they offed him. He gave too much information. As a matter of fact, the one I got right here, This is him right here, man. For those that don't know, you know. Yep. So David Crawley, all right, had a vision up for America, which Yahweh put that on him, man, for us. Okay, because the scriptures say in a dream, in a deep sleep, all right, in Job, all right, when man falleth in a deep sleep, then he openeth up their ears and sealed their instructions. So that's when the Lord sealed his instructions to come up with this vision. And when his job was done, the Lord deleted him. Okay, so this is all a part of the Most High Yahweh's ultimate script for the vision for Babylon the Great. The golden city has ceased. You see? How art thou fallen? Okay.
What is grayscale?
And that's it right there.
Gray state is less a movie than it is a warning. We do not live in a dictatorship, but we do live in a police state. What we're going to see is the unveiling of this gray state foisted upon America. Americans believe that they can't do anything. And day by day, they're becoming correct.
Again, you got Edomites training out there in the snow, 2, 3 in the morning, putting it on TikTok. Yeah, we out here getting that work in while you still believing in your president. We out here. Okay. So it's finna go down, bro. You got different cliques, mercenaries. You got all type of, bro. It's just gonna be, bro. These devils finna go all out, man. And shit, damn, like 10 years ago, when I first got my first job, like at Hess, these Edomites came up there, to get coffee. I was working night shift and shit. They came up there to get coffee, and they was talking about that shit then. They had one of, them old fat belly out Edomites, man. Right? They say, oh, this little shit here know his stuff. They was talking about that shit. I ain't know at that time, but that was like 10 years ago, man. And they've been preparing because they were talking about some shit that they had. So, bro, and then there was a lot of Edomites then coming in with camouflage, with their sons in there with camouflage, and they going deer hunting. All right, 6, 7 in the morning, bro. So, bro, Jake, you're not there, bro. All right, we gonna need a standard in the time we coming into, bro. We gonna need spiritual power to get us out of this, bro. That's just the way. But it's gonna say those that wait upon the Lord shall renew that, man.
It's a game of numbers, and we're losing.
It though. All right, so yeah, man, like I say, just a few video clips, all right, a few scriptures. Okay, hey, it's only gonna get worse. Okay, only gonna get worse for you so-called
been telling yourself this.
Ultimately, Esau, Edom, Eve, all right, you 2/3 here, man, chiefly in Babylon the Great. You're not the elect in America, you ain't making it, man. There's no escaping it.
And telling yourself that you know the black experience because you are white trash or raised poor. I need you to stop equating poverty with black people.
The market's about to open here a little bit later on this morning, and already U.S. futures nosediving after last week's historic lows. So here's what we're seeing right now so far. The Dow futures down around 700 points, the NASDAQ down about 315 points, and the S&P futures, that's where millions of Americans have their 401ks, retirement savings invested, down about 100 points. All of this signaling another difficult day here on Wall Street after trillions of dollars were wiped off the board at the end of last week. And when the markets closed on Friday, that was the worst week since 2020 during the early days of the pandemic. And
we have breaking news right now. Overnight, global markets tanked in anticipation of the U.S. stock market opening today because of Donald Trump's tariffs. Global markets are tanking across the board, and the United States stock market is poised for the largest drop in recent history. The Japanese.
Before the 3 planes arrived in El Salvador, U.S. District Judge James Boasberg ordered the Trump administration to turn them around. Flight tracking data shows 2 planes were in the air at the time, and 1 was about to take off from Texas. Instead of turning around, all the planes made a stop at a military base in Honduras. And then...
Boom, I got it. I found that video I was talking about from Elder Malcolm. Let me go to the, let me see it. It's Edomite here crying out. And go back a little bit to see what the Elder say real quick.
But the simple fact is that there's no way around that.
Oh yeah, he slides on this lesson.
We're very short. That's
there you go, April 8th. Yes, this is a beautiful lesson. I definitely advise you younger Akim to definitely watch this and be edified. All right, and fed. Okay, that this place is ain't no going back. Okay, ain't no turning back. This place is done. All right.
It was very short, and like I've also said before, it's going to be the shortest empire in history. Trump is good for America insofar as he's doing the needful. He's doing the needful. That's going to be that will cause a great deal of pain for the American people.
Oh yeah.
But the simple fact is that there's no way around that.
Mm-hmm. And it isn't. Trump is doing his job, which is to destroy America, which is what the Lord wants. The Lord is putting this in their minds, in their hearts, which means your mind. You know how you would say when you were a kid that I know it by heart? You know, that's what that's talking about. In the Bible, you know, it's your heart is talking about your mind, the mind. And so the Lord, you know, it tells you in the scripture, someone can put it on a comment board, but you know, in sleep, when you're in your deep sleep, when you have your dreams, you don't even remember. The Lord is still in the instructions. So you wake up and you go do his will. There is no free will. And the will of the Lord is that Babylon be destroyed and that his elect be brought up out of it and that everyone else gets caught up in it as their punishment. The 2/3 and Esau, Edom. All right, because what you're seeing now, I was watching that beloved brother, Teyasharala.
Yeah, real quick, let me back the precept, the elder precept. This is Proverbs 20 and 24 in the NLT. The Lord Yahweh directs our steps. So why try to understand everything along the way? Okay? Read that again. Proverbs 20 and 24. The Lord Yahweh directs our steps. So why try to understand everything along the way? So what that means? You just got to walk in the spirit. It's best to just do the right thing to the best of your ability at all times, knowing the Most High Yahweh can pull up on you at any given time, or he can be directing you to destroy you. So instead of trying to figure him out, why not just walk in the spirit and be honest and come to the Lord with a pure heart, okay? And ask him to lead you to salvation, lead you to the right leaders, guide you. That's what Scripture say, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, well, I will fear no evil, for what? Thou art with me. All right, so Yahweh Shemashah is with his elect, okay?
And he said something that was very important. The white woman, the Edomite woman, all right, Job 27:15, can see that it is her man, the males that she gave birth to, who are the problem here in America. Collectively, they can see that.
Sir.
All right, the same man that gave them the power and raised them up is now taking it away from them and destroying them. and destroying the white male. The pale male is single-handedly destroying America. It's not the welfare recipients. It's not the YNs running around the street shooting up shit with guns that white men drop off in alleys and on rail cars in their neighborhoods, by the way. You know, like St. Benji said in this video, they do drop-offs like in a video game. Like in was it Modern Warfare or the whatever that game is that they all like to play. You know, they
This is Revelation 11:18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets. So that's the time we living in this time. This is what John the Revelator seen. We're living in a time that we're getting ready to be rewarded. And a great part of this reward, pursuing the Psalms, the 58th chapter, okay, Psalms 91, is only with thy eyes shall thou see and behold the reward of the wicked. A part of that reward is watching the same people who enslaved you, all right, took on your nationality, raped, robbed, and murdered, took everything from you, your culture, claimed to be you, lied to you till this day, has not given you no head start, no nothing, all right? Broken all his treaties, his promises, covenants, oaths that he made with your forefathers, till this day poisoning you by the water, the food, and the air, the clothes, the mixed fabrics, okay? So the reward is to see that same people and that empire be destroyed with your own eyes, man. So whoever the elect are, they are tremendously blessed, because that's a part of their reward. Read this. That's the service of prophets. Read this again. That part there says, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets. So the prophets are very significant in the times we're living into, because they're serving the Heavenly Father with their service, their eyes, their minds. Scriptures say be occupied in what? Prophecy, man. So the most important man since the beginning, all right, even until this, as it is this time, is the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, being the top prophet Yahweh Shai. Okay? It says, and to the saints. That's why the scripture say, he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. Okay? He that is holy, let him be holy still. Another word for holy is what? Consecrated, being separated. That's the saints, man. It says, in them that fear thy name. So that's the rest of the 1/3. Ultimately, the whole nation of Israel will have that fear established in them, but it's going to start with the 1/3. Head in that being the 144. Because victory is in us through this whole system, this whole matrix, man. Victory is in the code. It's in us, man. It's encoded in our makeup. Victory. Whoever the elect are, Lord willing, to part of that number, it's in them for the scripture to be fulfilled. And them that fear thy name, going to show you the fear of the name of the Lord, showing you the reverence of the Lord, and that he has a name. It says, and them that fear thy name, small and great. So the Lord got a reward for the least that fear Yahweh Bashim Shai to the greatest fear of Yahweh Bashim Shai. And shouldest, this is the point, and shouldest destroy them, which destroy the earth. All right, so to back up the elder priest, Malcolm, everybody's finding out, even your woman, that you are nothing but a destroyer. Pursuing the Revelations, the 6th chapter. All right, I believe it's the red horse that came to take peace from earth. All right. Okay.
Shooting up shit with guns that white men drop off in alleys and on rail cars in their neighborhoods, by the way. You know, like St. Benji said in this video, they do drop-offs like in a video game. Like in was it Modern Warfare or the whatever that game is that they all like to play. You know, they supply the switches and the shiesties, and they supply the culture to you know, to keep these people's minds at such a low level to where they self-hate and destroy each other. And on the same coin, they're destroying the middle class and the upper and the middle class and small businesses. And most business loans are and opportunities are giving given to white women and so-called Negro women. Let's provide some receipts.
Raise your hand if you've been personally victimized by the import tariffs. My wife and I am a CEO in LA. I run Savvy Creative. We're an events and creative agency. And we produce press mailers and events. And we currently have some bids out right now for some mailers that have video and audio components in them. Our supplier is based in China for the video screens and for the audio chips. We cannot get them in the States. We've tried. Any vendor in the States that tells us they can produce it for us is just getting them from China.
So you need them from China, but yet you're in this tariff war, soon to be a physical war with China. This is Job 15 and 34. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery. They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth deceit. So while they've been telling you all along that these tariffs are going to bring small business back here, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's a fire lesson, you know. And if you brothers out there that don't know, sisters as well, you know, subscribe and be edified from the elder priest Malcolm in Chicago. Beautiful lessons. All right. So with that, you know, I'm gonna wrap it up, man. You know, just flowing through the spirit. All right. As you can see, just covering, all right, these protests, all right, sedition, great insurrection, a great separation coming between him that serveth the Most High, him that serveth them not. All right. Ultimately, the right hand of reality getting ready to smack you women in the face, to wake you up out of this Disney world, fantasy world. All right. False American scheme. All right. Mind frame that you have. All right. The Lord is getting ready to remove niggerism out of Israel. So we just got good things to look forward to, man. Esau, Edom woman, the Shedemite is waking up to he's a destroyer. And then meanwhile, the elect, you know, are being prepared and groomed through the Ruach HaKodesh. All right, so with that, Lord will edify to the elect. All right. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh, and the water, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, for giving us the spirit of truth in these last days so the world cannot receive. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us his truth and who do real well. Peace, love, and salutations to the Zaquani and Wa'akim, and shalom to the beloved elect. Shalom,